Partisanship is a waste of time and counterproductive. Why? Well, let's try to figure out who our enemy is. It's not conservative voters. Our enemy's not Joe the redneck with his pickup truck and his gun rack mounted on the back of his gun rack. Our enemy's not your Republican grandfather. Our enemy are corporate oligarchs who are trying to undermine everything that's good about America. You know, freedom, liberty, justice for all, that Pledge of Allegiance crap. They own almost all the media that you watch. They control what news you can access. They owned, at some point, almost all the food that you eat. They own almost all the money in the economy. It didn't always used to be this way. How did we get here? Well, corporate oligarchs don't waste their time with petty partisan bullshit. Since they own the media, they own the debates, and they own the access to the political candidates. During the 2007 presidential primaries, you didn't see candidates like Dennis Kucinich or Mike Gravel, at least not for more than a few minutes. When you're on GE's turf, you play by GE's rules. And if you don't like it, you get excluded from the next debate. GE owns huge chunks of the military-industrial complex and our energy-industrial complex. And candidates who want to end subsidies to oil companies and candidates who want to end our global war on scary things, they get excluded from debates. You also don't, in the general election, you don't see candidates like Cynthia McKinney, Ralph Nader. Last presidential primary season, GE, Lockheed Martin, Verizon, and all the rest got together and decided that your candidates were going to be one of three in the Democratic primary: Hillary Clinton, John Edwards, or Barack Obama. And funny enough, each of these candidates stated in their policy platforms, which any chimpanzee with internet access can go to their websites and read, in their policy positions they stated that they were willing to bend over backwards to suck the collective cock of the corporate oligarchs. Corporate oligarchs, folks called sometimes by people like David Gergen the business community, which is a terribly misleading name because I know plenty of people who own businesses and will never be a part of that community. The community that David Gergen is talking about has expansive, well-manicured lawns, iron-spiked fences surrounding them, a security guard at the gate, and the primary means of transportation within it is golf cart. Corporate oligarchs don't mess around with petty partisan bullshit. They are living in a post-partisan, post-national world. To them, there are no Republicans, there are no Democrats. These barriers are permeable. There is no USA, there is no China, there is no Russia, there is no European Union, there is no African Union, there is no Asia. There is only the transnational corporation, free to rape and pillage the entire planet with impunity. The corporate oligarchs are playing a political game equivalent to three-dimensional chess. They fund both parties. They pick your candidates. When we get bogged down in partisan bullshit, cheering blindly for the blue team or the red team, we're playing checkers on one of the 5 three-dimensional chessboards. And we keep on wondering why we're getting blindsided every couple years by triangular unicorn moves. And it's not as simple as Kevin Cease might say, that we should just simply stop electing Democrats and Republicans. Because there are some good people in either of those parties out there. Certainly more true at the local level than the federal level. What is important is the following. First, the corporate oligarchs that run the whole damn show are greedy as fuck and do not give a shit about you. They are purchasing the entire government, the entire public sphere, to serve them and their own private interests. Number 2, we can take our government back, but it's going to be a hell of a lot of work and there's no guarantees. Number 3, if you ever find yourself bogged down in partisan bickering, look around and realize that there are 4 other chessboards.